What if I told you one of the most chilling, unsolved serial murder cases in modern American history just took a dramatic turn, and the man at the center of it is no longer denying anything, because, in a moment that stunned both investigators and the public, Rex Heuermann has now pleaded guilty to 7 murders and admitted to an 8th, bringing a haunting chapter of the Gilgo Beach murders closer to resolution, but also raising even deeper questions about how this went undetected for so long. For years, the mystery of Gilgo Beach lingered like a shadow over Long Island. Victims, many of them young women, were discovered along a remote stretch of coastline, their cases initially treated as isolated tragedies. But as the pattern emerged, so did the terrifying realization. This wasn't random. This was systematic. A serial predator had been operating in plain sight. And now, with Heuermann's confession, we're forced to confront a chilling reality. This wasn't just about violence. It was about planning, patience, and precision. According to prosecutors, Heuermann didn't just commit these crimes impulsively. He allegedly studied his victims, exploited vulnerabilities, and used his everyday life as a cover. A licensed architect, a neighbor, someone who blended into suburban normalcy. His double life is what makes this case especially disturbing. It challenges a common assumption that danger looks obvious. In reality, it often doesn't. And that's one of the biggest takeaways from this case. The most dangerous individuals are sometimes the ones who appear the most ordinary. Another key takeaway is the role of time, and how advancements in technology finally helped crack what once seemed unsolvable. For over a decade, the case remained cold, with fragmented evidence and limited leads. But breakthroughs in DNA analysis, digital forensics, and cell phone tracking eventually connected the dots. Investigators were able to revisit old evidence with new tools, ultimately leading them to Heuermann. It's a reminder that justice can be delayed, but it doesn't always disappear. But this case also exposes systemic gaps. Many of the victims were from vulnerable communities, including sex workers, groups that historically haven't received the same urgency in investigations. That uncomfortable truth has sparked conversations across the country. Would this case have been solved sooner if the victims came from different backgrounds? It's a difficult question, but one that needs to be asked if future tragedies are to be prevented. And even now, with a guilty plea on record, not everything is settled. Investigators are still working to determine whether Heuermann acted alone, or if there are additional victims yet to be identified. The admission of an 8th murder only deepens that concern. Because in cases like this, closure is never immediate. It's layered, incomplete, and often comes with more questions than answers. In the end, the Gilgo Beach case isn't just about one man or one confession. It's about the evolution of criminal investigation, the importance of persistence, and the need to recognize every victim equally, no matter their background. It's a story that forces us to look beyond headlines and confront uncomfortable truths about society, justice, and the hidden dangers that can exist right next door. And now that the silence has finally been broken, the real question is, how many warning signs were missed along the way?